How's it, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. I want to share a chart with you that got a lot of attention yesterday. Here's the S&P 500 futures with the large spec positioning in the lower pane. Now, a lot of technicians, a lot of analysts were highlighting the aggressive short positioning by hedge funds or large speculators. Now, they hit levels that they haven't seen since October of 2011. Now, so what does this mean? Well, it means pessimism is stretched. It's excessive. And why it matters is that when pessimism is this stretched, when large speculators and hedge funds are this short, it just so happens to coincide with significant market bottoms, trend reversals. You see that highlighted on the S&P 500 futures with those green circles. So this doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get a rip-roaring rally next week or the week after that. What it shows or reveals is that the environment or conditions are in place for a trend reversal. But that trend reversal, higher highs, a bull run, next leg higher, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to happen unless there are bulls to drive prices higher. What's interesting is when we look at the II, which is the investors' intelligence, those are your advisors, and the AAII, which is the American Association of Individual Investors, those are your retail traders. When we look at those two surveys and average them, the middle line here in green, that shows the bulls. Bulls are starting to turn up. Optimism is beginning to grow, right? We're getting higher highs and potentially higher lows. Now, on the other hand, in the lower pane, in the red line, we have the bears, pessimism. It's beginning to turn lower, right? Making lower lows, potentially lower highs. Now, for these trends to continue, right? For bulls to continue to show up and have something to get excited about, some reason to drive prices, to bid up the S&P 500, it really comes down to price. It comes down to the S&P 500 futures back above 4,200. That's the level, right? And if and when S&P 500 futures complete this potential year-long base and break out, investors are going to be staring fresh 52-week highs right in the face. And price and new highs, they have a funny way of changing sentiment. Back above 4,200, I have to imagine that some of these hedge funds are going to start covering these shorts, right? That is going to be fuel for the next leg higher. That's going to be fuel for a sustained rally. And it's going to drive optimism, and the bears probably throwing in the towel and just digging out. Now, again, it all comes down to the S&P 500 above 4,200. If and when we get it, if and when it materializes, I want to be prepared for a much stronger rally than most expect. I mean, a lot of analysts and investors out there aren't considering. Something to think about. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, reach out to info@allstarcharts, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.